Today I'm going to talk about how to build yourself back up once you've left a toxic relationship. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background and tell you what I did. I'm going to tell you what I should have done and any advice that I think might help. So I left a toxic relationship in December 2018. My confidence was smashed to pieces. My self-esteem was rock bottom. I was not in a good place. I hated myself. This guy had made me feel so bad about myself, like I felt worthless. In February the following year, which was literally 2 months later, I had a one-night stand, and I think the reason why that happened was because I felt so lost. I felt alone. I wanted somebody to notice me. I wanted attention. I wanted somebody to love me again, and that didn't happen. It was a one-night stand. The following month I entered a new relationship, and I was not ready for another relationship, and I think I knew that deep down. But I was just so used to being in a relationship, I didn't think I could be strong on my own, and I was so wrong. You don't need a relationship to make you feel strong. You can be strong by yourself. You don't need another person to make you feel strong. But that's what I did. That relationship didn't work out, and I've got no bad feelings towards this guy because he's a good person and we are good friends. We just weren't ready for a relationship, either of us. We were just better off as friends, and that's the way it is now. And then the next few months after that, things were not good. I felt very lost. I felt very alone. I didn't know where I was going with my life. I had no direction. I felt very hopeless about the future. I didn't want a future. My confidence still hadn't improved. My self-esteem was even worse than it was before. And I just felt so unlovable, and I felt like nobody would ever like me ever again. So I took a year out for myself, to work on myself. And I'm in a very good place right now. I have had quite a few setbacks and a few wobbles, and I have suffered with an eating disorder, which has made things a little bit more difficult, but on the whole I am doing really, really well now. And I think the best thing to get over a toxic relationship, and as cliche as it sounds, it's definitely time. There is no time limit on how long it should take you to get over it. Some people can take 10 years, some people can take 10 weeks, like everybody's an individual. So yet again, I've got my notebook and I've got a list of things that'll help you build yourself back up. Surround yourself with people who love you. So this could be your friends, this could be your family, or it could be both. People that love you and make you feel good about yourself are going to be your biggest support. My mum and literally all of my family have been incredible. They have helped me through the darkest of times, and just having them to listen to me if I'm feeling a bit sad or struggling with anything, just having someone there, it really does help. So definitely surround yourself with good people. Treat yourself. So I know for me, when I was in a toxic relationship, I barely had any money, and treating myself wasn't an option because I didn't have the money to spend. So when I left this relationship, I had more money, and I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna go and get my hair done. So I went and got my hair done. I went and got 12 tattoos, not all at once. I've got them over the course of a year, but I got tattoos because they make me feel happy. I like how they look. I totally reinvented my wardrobe, and what you'll notice is my style is mainly gothic. I started experimenting with my makeup and doing different looks, and that made me feel good about myself because, like I said before, my confidence was smashed to pieces, and I wanted to build myself up to be the person I was meant to be all along. And I am slowly becoming that person, and looking back from where I was a year ago, I am a lot stronger and I can deal with things a lot better. Let yourself cry if you need to. There is nothing wrong with crying. A lot of people tell you to distract yourself so you don't think about it, but sometimes you need to think about it. Sometimes you need to let that emotion out, and then you can move on. If you need to cry, cry. There is nothing wrong with that. You should never feel ashamed for crying. Like, at the end of the day, you are grieving. And that might sound dramatic, but you fell in love with this person for a reason. They weren't always toxic. You fell in love with them for something, and you are probably missing the person they used to be. you're grieving over the loss of that, and you're just missing being in a relationship, and a lot of bad things will have probably happened in that relationship that are still haunting you now. Like, it is okay to cry about it. It is okay. We are human, we have emotions, it's normal. Don't rush back into a new relationship. Now, I wish I had have listened to my own advice and everybody else's advice, because this is what all my family had said to me. Don't rush into a new relationship. But that's what I did. And you live and you learn, and sometimes you've got to make mistakes to learn what to do next time differently. So yeah, don't rush into a new relationship. Sometimes it might take years for you to feel ready to start dating again. Sometimes you might not even ever feel like you're going to be ready for dating again. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship. Like, you can be on your own. Like, at the end of the day, we're in 2020. People have babies on their own these days. Like, you don't need to rush into anything that you're not ready for, and don't feel pressured to start dating if you are not ready. Although if you do feel ready and you feel like you are doing better and a relationship would help, go for it. Just make sure you are 100% ready. So that is all the advice I've got written down in my notebook. But if you want any help or advice or support or anything, then we can talk in the comments, or if you want to keep it like anonymous, you can message me on Instagram. So I am here. I've been there. It's horrible, but it does get better. I promise it does get better. So if you've got this far in the video, then I would really appreciate it if you stayed and subscribed and give it a like. That would be lovely. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.